My name is Braedon. Do I look at you or do I look at the camera?
There is no camera.
Yeah, no camera. Name's Braedon. I'm from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, small town. Tisdale is where I reign from. I don't really know. I have known you for, oh my God, 2012? 2012?
Yeah. 14 years.
Man, it feels like longer than that. But the first time I met Mr. Sandman, he was trying to be a cop. That didn't pan out, but I got to watch him beat my roommate up in the basement. So that was fun. If you know Cole at all, boxing's his thing. It's been that way for a long time. I watched him slap my roommate silly with my roommate's headgear on. Yeah. And that's how I met Cole.
Good times.
Yeah. Long time ago.
Long time ago.
Yeah. What am I about? Topics. Personal development's a big thing for me. I used to play high-level soccer. I no longer play high-level soccer. I am mostly a family man, and I try to be entrepreneurial. That wraps it up pretty good, I feel like.
What do you mean try?
I mean, I'm pretty entrepreneurial.
Definitely.
Most of them work out. There have been some that have not. So try. I mean, I'm entrepreneurial. Yeah.
I think that's
Oh, and I'm one of the, Cole could tell you, I'm one of the guys that is the hardest on himself. Cole has told me it many times. I'm trying to learn.
yeah, because I mean, I think being entrepreneurial, like things not working out comes with the territory.
100%. Fail. If you don't fail, you'll never succeed type
Yeah.
thing. And, well, you could also continue to fail and never succeed. But if you fail and learn from those failures, then it can absolutely turn into something great.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if you fail and never succeed, the people who do that probably don't do this self-development part.
100%.
They probably don't have any mentorship. They probably think everything is not their fault and it's happening to them, but they have all the answers. So how could this be going wrong again? Kind of mentality. Because I feel like if you're like working on getting better, there's really no way it couldn't eventually succeed.
True. Or you quit. And that's kind of like the other option, which
Yeah.
I know that's like the people who don't generally succeed are the ones I would agree that think they have all the answers, aren't willing to learn or change or adapt. I also find people who have a timeline on things. Like if there's a timeline attached to your success, people don't hit their goals frequently. And that causes problems internally and externally. So I think that's why a lot of people,
Like a short-term timeline kind of.
short term, long term, like let's say, because like businesses typically, traditional businesses don't close down because people are doing well. They close down because they, like the stat I think is 95% of businesses in the first 5 years or something like that fail. They're not failing because they're doing great. They're failing because they can't keep up, right? So in that scenario, I think those individuals, like that is outside of your circumstances. Like you tried, it didn't work, you failed, and hopefully you learned something. I think a lot of people, when I talk about timelines to success, it's like, well, if I don't have these results by this time, then I'm gonna try something new, or I'm gonna, like, just quit, go back
Mhm.
to employment, right? Which me and you both know employment sucks.
Mhm.
So, so I think that's kinda what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think that's like, people who think they wanna be a business owner,
Mhm.
not understanding what a business owner's lifestyle is like.
100%. Yeah.
It's like you have this, because whenever you see people who own businesses, all you see is the good. You see this person owns a business, and, like,
Yeah.
maybe he has more free time, maybe he has, he's not under someone's thumb. He's not like
Mhm.
that's all you see is the good. So then
Thanks,
you're like, "I wanna
Instagram.
own my own business."
Yeah.
And then you get to experience what it's really like.
Yeah. I think that's a big thing nowadays, especially like Instagram, social media, TikTok, all this stuff. You go online, you're gonna see a million bit. If you are any if there's any bone in you that's looking for a way out of the rat race, or you've even looked at ways to improve yourself, you're gonna see ads for businesses. You can't go online and not see them nowadays. And it's always the honeymoon reel, or like the highlight reel, right? It's never the bad stuff. But I do find that with social media, it's gotten even worse because a lot of people nowadays, they don't know what they want. They think they should want something based off of what they've seen. People don't know what drives them anymore. They're doing things to move themselves forward in someone else's version of success, if that
Mm,
makes sense.
yeah,
Because like
yeah, like to look a certain way
100%.
instead of doing the work to figure out what you actually want.
What you want, you personally, like your version of success, very different than my version of success,
Right.
right? But I can get confused with social media and all these highlight reels, and I can be like, oh, that looks great. Like 25, no job, $1 million Shopify business, right? Like whatever you see online. Um, then you start comparing and kind of finding the gaps in your life, but then you try to fill those gaps with someone else's dream, someone else's vision, right? I find it fascinating. The more people I talk to about this kind of thing, it's like, well, what do you want? And they don't
Mhm.
have an answer. Like, what is your goal? And they don't have an answer. And it's because they've just taken everything they've been fed over the since they've been kids in school when they were asked, what do you want to be? And then they log online now and they see a lifestyle that when they chose what they wanted to be, that lifestyle's not actually available through the choice they made, whether it be an electrician, whether it be a plumber, a sales guy, whatever it might be. And then they're like, oh, but I should want more. I should be more, when that's not actually what they want. They just see it.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I do feel like it's an epidemic nowadays. It's something that most people struggle with, but they don't even know they struggle with it.
Even how you worded it, how you were like, it's almost like it's not even just an epidemic of now, it's like an epidemic of always, because right now with social media, but before social media, like, you just did what your parents told you to do.
Exactly.
So then it was just the same thing, but a different version of it. You still weren't doing what you wanted to do,
Yeah.
or you didn't figure out what you wanted to be. You were just like, you went to school because your parents told you to go to school. You got this job, whatever the job was, because it made a lot of money, and
Yeah.
then you're 5 years into that, and you're like, "Well, this sucks."
Yeah.
But now
Midlife.
you've
Yeah.
done the schooling, which was 4 or 5 years, plus 5 years of doing it. Now you're 10 years into this life that sucks.
Yeah, and probably $50,000 of student loan debt that you haven't paid off yet, right? Like, it's yeah. I think in our parents' age, it was a little bit different because you're right, like, your dad was a business owner, you were a business owner. Like, this is what I think about all the time for my family. It was like, we are inundated with options. We I could go online and learn how to be a scientist or garner an interest to be a scientist based off the videos and things I find online. Or my parents, unless they actually went to the library and pulled out the atlas or the encyclopedias, like they aren't going to learn about that stuff unless people in their life did that. Right. So for my dad, who was a tradesperson his entire life, to want to become a sales guy, as an example, he wouldn't have even known that was a possibility, or he wouldn't have ever seen the path as to how to do it because all he ever did was the trades. And they didn't have, like, maybe they watch a TV show or a movie that talks about the other jobs that are out there, but it's fantasy, right? It is fantasy. You're watching a movie about something else. Now it's like, no, that's a real person on the other side of that screen making a video about the transition they made from tradesperson to salesperson or whatever. Like, maybe that's just my family, but my family had no clue what else was out there. My dad worked harder than anybody else I ever knew. My my dad was phenomenal, super intelligent in the trades, made very little money his entire life. Like, our life was good. I'm not saying anything bad against my dad, but he could have done much, much more if he knew what was available to him. And I just don't think our parents necessarily had that. Whereas now it's like, man, you log in, you're seeing something.
Right.
So,
That's the crazy thing now, because like people do see what's available
yeah, absolutely.
and they still do nothing,
But
you know? Because
that's
like I understand that too, because
analysis paralysis,
yeah,
100%.
it's it's wild. Like even like when I talk to my dad,
Mhm.
like he has so many regrets, you know,
Oh,
with
that's a
like
terrible place to be, yeah.
yeah, but then he's like, I just didn't know, you know, like I didn't have
Mhm.
access to information. Like this is all I knew, so that's what I
Exactly.
did. Like he thought he was doing what he was supposed to do. He had nothing to compare it to. It's not like he knew business people. It's not like he knew all these rich, successful, and that's the only way could compare back then was people with people you knew.
Yeah,
Whereas now we get to compare with millions and millions of people. So it's like, yeah, that would suck because you just did with what you had. But now it's like we know, you know,
yeah,
you know this could work. You know this could work. You because somebody's making it work, and you watch
100%.
them make it work.
Yeah,
So if you want to do this, you can make it work because somebody else has made it work,
yeah,
and you could just get a hold of that person, and maybe they say, "No, I'm not going to help you," but then you go find another person,
yeah,
you know. And there's so many options. When I say that to people all the time, it's like like it's so easy to make money,
yeah,
and people look at me like I'm like I don't know.
yeah. It's so easy to make money if you're willing to actually do the work to make the money.
Yeah.
I think what happens a lot of the time is like, and I've been guilty of this, but like you see something that's attractive online and it looks quick. Get rich quick, make money fast. But that's never actually the case. It's usually a bunch of money up front or a bunch of time up front to get things set up so that you can make money if the idea works out. The difference nowadays is mentorship. Mentorship is like it's a buzzword now,
Yeah.
but it's not about the people you know, it's about the people who actually know you. So like me watching Gary Vaynerchuk online, although he has great points and I could probably build a great, garage sale flipping business just from listening to him, he's not my mentor, right? Like he would be someone I look up to and take advice from potentially. That's not actually my story, but he has valuable points that people can look up to. The world gets confused by calling Gary Vaynerchuk their mentor or Tony Robbins or any of these, big deal influencers. But if you ran into them on the street, they wouldn't know you at all. You might know everything about them, but they don't know you, your situation, where you're at today to help you. I think that's where a lot of people get confused, but that's also the separator. If you can find somebody who's willing to help you and knows you, you can actually succeed in whatever you want if you're willing to work. I think that is probably the biggest differentiator that I see nowadays. Cause like people want to start a Shopify site, but they don't want to pay for the coaching and mentorship. You don't even know if those people are successful. They are just selling their coaching and mentorship. They could make more money off the coaching and mentorship than they ever did off the Shopify. And that's the danger too. You have a lot of loud voices out there nowadays. You never really know unless you know them personally who can actually help.
Right.
And I think that's very, very dangerous. And for our kids, it's going to be even crazier because now we know those people are at least selling consulting.
Yeah.
They might not be good, but they're selling it. Now we're going to have artificial intelligence, AI videos of people who don't even exist being the influencer who's trying to sell you coaching. And it's some guy in his basement that doesn't know a lick about what he's selling coaching and training on. Like it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
But I think the problem nowadays for most people is they don't know how to differentiate knowledge. Someone could tell you something very confidently, very loudly, but it could be 100% wrong. But it's seemingly most people would take that as truth and apply it to their life as truth.
Yeah.
I find it fascinating.
It's a nice word.
I mean, I'm probably just as guilty, right? You ever hear the story about like the frog that if you put in a boiling pot of water and you turn it up 1 degree, eventually, it's not boiling, but you get it to boiling by turning it up 1 degree. It just gets climatized and doesn't jump out and boils to death. Have you heard that? Well, some of your listeners might have. It's a lie. It's not legit. The frog will jump out. I haven't tested this, but it's like one of those common things that is taught as if it's truth. But
Even
it's
as you were explaining it just now, I thought you were getting to the point where it was going to jump out.
yeah, no. Supposedly, supposedly it won't jump out. It's just going to chill because it's amphibian or whatever, and they get climatized to the environment they're in. So they don't notice the water is getting hotter, supposedly. Turns out that's total BS. But I could have said it confidently enough that you would have believed it.
I would have.
Yeah,
I don't know nothing about frogs.
I know you would have. I'll try and think of another one.
The thing that I always think about, because even with people claiming to be mentors, there's also, and this is like what I learned from you and Delaney, was there's also a difference between a coach and a mentor.
100%.
Because I hear people, even people that in business or in areas of life, and they're saying they have this mentor.
Yeah.
And then I say, "Oh, who?" And then they explain to me, and it's like somebody teaching them about their finances, or somebody, and I think that's just like a business coach. That does
Yeah.
not sound like a mentor,
Yeah.
and because I like when I think of a mentor, when I think of you and Delaney, it's like you guys were involved in my life, like, and how you guys explained and then demonstrated how, like, you're not, like, if you give me financial advice, it's attached to every area of my life. Like, you have met my kids, my wife, you know what I do every day, you know where my goals are, you know all these different factors and areas of my life. You understand our marriage, you understand, like, how we work as a unit, you understand all these things. And then when you give me financial advice, it's with all those things attached to it.
The context.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you're actually trying to help us do better in life.
100%.
And then a business coach doesn't know anything about you,
No.
and they're just going to help you build your business how they would build the business,
Yeah.
or do what they did, or give you the tricks and whatever. Even for boxing myself, I think some of my boxers I am a mentor, and some of my boxers I'm a boxing coach.
100%.
You
Yes.
know, and I think, because some of them I've gotten so close to, I know them. One of my boxers, I'm marrying her and her fiance.
You're the officiant? Nice.
Next month.
Man, you need a wedding? You need somebody to do your wedding for you? Call the Sandman Smith. Get that. This guy is a man of many talents.
So it's like, it's cool though, because, like, I saw it from you guys. So then when I see other people explain to me when they have a mentor in their life,
Yeah.
I'm always just thinking, I think that's not a mentor. I don't think you understand what a mentor is.
But that's the problem. It's one of those things. You log on to your computer and all you hear about is mentorship. It's like,
Yeah.
again, it's like a buzzword. It's funny where things start, but it's a buzzword.
Or
And
taken out of context.
yeah,
Because, like, even when I think of, like, Gary V,
yeah,
or what's his name, Eric Thomas, or Robin, or what the heck's his name? Tony
Tony Robbins.
Robbins.
Yeah,
They understand what a mentor is.
100% they would.
But then when you watch them and you see, like, a 2-minute clip
Yeah,
of them talking about mentorship, you're not gonna understand what a mentor is,
yeah.
you know?
I think that's the difference. Like, you get it.
Yeah.
The majority of the population does not. Because you're absolutely right. A mentor is someone who can speak into your life, help you, coach you, train you, not just on a business, but maybe it is your finances. Maybe it is a better marriage. Maybe it is, you know, how to progress in your career. Maybe it's how to own a business and scale that business, whatever it might be. But if I tell you that buying a house is a good idea, but I don't know you're already $400,000 in debt, I just might have signed your bankruptcy there if you took that as truth, if you took that and implemented it, right? I know nothing about your life and I'm offering you financial advice. Terrible idea. Terrible idea. I might be a friend of yours or a mentor or a coach, whatever you want to call it, and I invite you to a club to hang out with you to build that relationship. But if I don't have context, and this isn't your story, but if you were a recovering alcoholic and I offer you a drink, I might have just ruined 20 years of growth that you just have been working on in one night. That's the danger of like a single minded mentor or like a single aspect mentor. It doesn't exist. You could help me with my finances, but I would agree that would be more of a coach
Mhm.
or a consultant. The consultant can come in and give you advice on what they would do,
Right. Tips, tricks.
but they know nothing about you. And then the problem, to go back to what I previously said, is you as the individual need to be able to differentiate what was good from the consultant and what does not apply to your life whatsoever. But the problem, again, most people nowadays, it's all or nothing.
Mhm.
So they hear a long conversation or a great podcast, 90% of it might apply to their life, but they take the 100% of it, and the 10% that didn't apply to their life could actually ruin an area of their life. And it's crazy. But it's like what people are doing nowadays.
Yeah.
It's why the world is so divided. I don't give a I don't care about politics too much. But like, if you're liberal or conservative, chances are you don't agree with every single thing that the Liberal Party agrees with or the Conservative Party agrees with. There's probably things in there that you wildly disagree with. But you take a stance based on majority, what you believe in majority,
Mm.
even though maybe 30% of it is garbage to you. Like, it's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But that's how people are making life decisions now, not just their political stance. It's like, who's, I don't know, like you listen to Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's a great example. Joe Rogan is very intelligent. He also has done a lot of drugs. You might be wildly against drugs, but love Joe Rogan's mind. And then you start listening to him over and over and over again, and all of a sudden you want to do shrooms
Yeah. Yeah.
because you're listening to him as like everything he does is good for him. I would disagree, but someone would disagree with me too. Joe Rogan probably would, right? But like, that's the idea. Somebody would listen to that, take it as fact. And maybe they have a really addictive personality. They don't have the discipline that Joe Rogan has, and now they're addicted to mushrooms.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to put into words the idea and the thought, but you can look at example after example of how it all can fall into place.
Yeah, it's tough too because of how individual, I don't even know what the word is, but like everyone's an individual. So literally everyone has a different scenario,
Yeah.
and that's what, like, even when I think about drugs and alcohol and mental health and all this, all these areas, even going and helping at that men's group and stuff and just hearing the different situations, it's like, it's wild how, like, even like with alcoholism, it's like there is like, it's not so black and white. It's just like there's different levels to it.
Yeah.
Like some
Oh, yeah.
people, they can't even be in the same room as alcohol.
Yeah.
And then there's people who uh could be in the same room, but they could never date somebody who drinks alcohol. Or and then there's people who can go to a bar and be fine. And then like it's just like there's a spectrum of it. And that's how drugs are.
Yeah.
That's how ADHD is. That's how depression is. That's how every single thing is there's this spectrum of how every individual has this capacity to handle it. And
Yeah.
some people it's massive, and some people it's so small. And then you're taking somebody else's advice who can handle this a bit better and handle this a bit better and handle this a bit better. and this they can't handle, so they hire somebody to do it. But then they're just giving you this advice in this package, and then it turns out 3 of the things this guy's awesome at, you can't handle any of those, and the thing he hires out, you can do because you're very good at it. Now what do you do with that information? Because now you can't even interpret it properly.
Well, the problem there is you would look at yourself as inadequate.
Right.
Like you would feel less than, which is a terrible thing that happens, but it's what society is built on now. It's like you are good at so many things. If I'm not good at any one of those things, I feel less than.
Mm.
And that's not everybody. I think like there's some personality types that are not like that.
Right.
But I do feel like it's either a 50-50 split or the majority nowadays is seemingly that version where it's like, man, he can handle so much. He has so much capacity. Why do I suck? Right. And I think it's a tough thing to overcome.
Mm.
I think with the right people in your life, you can overcome it. But for instance, this goes right back to social media. Your input is everything. So if all you see is people who are moving faster than you, whose life is better than yours, who have bigger houses, a better marriage, better careers, like the crazy thing about your algorithm is whatever you're interested in, you're going to see
the best of that.
The best of that. So if you are interested in business, and this is just my example, but if you're interested in entrepreneurs, you start looking up entrepreneurial ventures, all of a sudden you see 20-year-olds who are wildly successful when you're not. And you're like, oh crap, like, will I ever be able to do it? Like that's the thought that creeps in, but it's for anything. Fitness, man, fitness is a good one. People's relationship with food is messed up. And it's like, what works for me will not work for you.
Right.
Although we both found that no carbs works well.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you can see somebody who, well, you're a great example. Like in a short period of time, 2 years, how much weight did you lose? Like 100 pounds. In those same 2 years, I stayed the exact same weight. Right. And it's like, if you read Atomic Habits, it's the story of like adding good habits into your life versus bad habits. But like, I saw you do really well and I saw me stay the same. So I could look at that and be like, oh shit, I suck. Instead of being like, oh man, Cole is phenomenal. Congratulations, Cole. Which I think like 20, 30, 40 years ago, that would be the norm. Whereas like, dude, you lost that much weight in that short of time. Good job. Now it's like, dude, you lost that much weight in that short of time. What the was I doing? Right. And it's like, it's the mentality has switched because now we have all the different resources to see all the people succeeding.
Right.
If that.
If it makes you feel any better, I did it terribly. So I messed up my metabolism.
I mean,
So
keto probably did that for me too.
now if I eat anything bad, I've gained 15 pounds in a night.
Yeah, but you can shred like 30 in a sauna session. So
yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that I actually thought I sucked. That's not what I'm saying.
I know.
But like the concept is there. Like people will most likely be able to relate to that because it is everyone's normal now.
Yeah.
Like you see people, I can't imagine being single right now. The dating game sounds freaking terrible.
Yeah, I hear things.
I also hear things.
I was like, what?
Yeah. Thanks thank The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, man. I don't know. Like reality TV ruined dating. We used to have people that like got mad because people were dating multiple people. Now it's the norm.
Yeah.
And they're holding off. They're holding on for something better. That is a messed up mentality. But it's like your influence. Your input leads to your thoughts. You know, and thoughts to your words, words to your actions. Everyone wants to change their actions, but they're not willing to change their input. And it's hard to change your input now. Like it's actually hard because you got to shut Facebook off. You got to shut Snapchat off, whatever people are using nowadays. There's news stories there that are tailored to keep you thinking about the things you were thinking about because you clicked on it. And now it's going to target you on that so much more. And if you click it again, it doubles down on it. So now they've showed you 3 depressing things that make you feel inadequate. You've clicked on it 3 freaking times. Expect to see 12 more. Like our world is kind of messed up right now.
Yeah. Now with AI, it's just like
Yeah.
it just can figure you out so quickly. Even like ChatGPT, like it does like a summary of me
Yeah.
every year. And it's like, "Frick, man, you nailed it."
Well, I mean, fair.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen
Even
this. I'd kind of be terrified to see this. I
even
talk to
like
her every day.
like it knows how I speak. It knows how I think. It knows how I want to like it understands what I'm looking for when I'm looking for a topic.
Yeah.
So it's like if
It knows the context,
yeah,
which is terrifying.
yeah, because like even when like if I was like it understands how like earlier when I started doing this, I would have some questions like before I just like completely just
Well,
started
that would
winging
be
it.
fucking nice.
But like
Redact.
I what happened was I never would use them because
Yeah.
I would just start talking and then I'd be like, and then like I never ended up using the questions. So I'm like, I'm doing this work for nothing. Let's just get it out of there. Um, but like it understands. So when I would be like, okay, I have this person on my podcast. Uh, um, like it understands like questions to ask because it knows what I'm looking for when I talk to people, when I have a conversation. Like, and you know this, like I don't care about the what, I care about the why. Like, how did you get there? What made you keep going when things were hard? What made you, uh, like get through these obstacles and keep going? Like the what I don't actually care about.
Yeah.
And it knows that. So when it formulates questions, it's like mindset questions diving into like it's so deep and I'm just like, man, like not once does it have like get if I had a musician on, like it wouldn't actually it wouldn't be one question on there about them being a musician. And I'm just like it already knows what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
From like what I've asked, what I've researched, what I've like
Yeah.
it knows me.
Do you use GPT, Gemini, or Claude?
I use GPT,
Mm,
what is it? Chat
GPT. Yeah,
GPT.
you got it.
But I was using another one. I was just like testing it out because one of my boxers he uses a bunch of them and he
Mhm.
uses them for different things.
Yeah.
Because he says some are better at like formulating documents and PDFs and
Yeah.
so I was playing around with that one for a bit. Uh like for business plans and things like that. It was like really good at summarizing and like putting it into a document.
Mm,
And he was telling me all like the different ones he uses for different things because some of them are better. And I was like, oh, that's interesting.
yeah. They definitely have their strong suits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you use?
Claude primarily, but same kind of thing. Like Claude is really good for documents and for research. Phenomenal for research. Gemini, I would say, is better for like conversations, like asking questions, getting answers. I really like Gemini for that. I used to use GPT, but I kind of got away from it. Those two I can pretty much get away with. Everything Gemini is weak in, Claude is really good in.
Mm.
Yeah. So I've built, I think if you're going to use Claude, you need to understand Obsidian. Obsidian is essentially giving Claude, your AI, a brain. So I could say, go out and learn everything about podcasts, every single thing. What makes a good podcast? What makes a bad podcast, etc. Put it in Obsidian, store it in the vault. It starts to build out like a mapping center for the brain of AI. So every time I ask it a question in the future about podcasts, it'll refer to the brain, the knowledge it just found or the research it just did. It's very, very powerful. But you really need to know how to use it.
Right.
Like you couldn't just log into Claude tomorrow and it would work as good as like GPT or Gemini.
I bet you could just ask it though.
100%. That's all I did.
Yeah.
I'm not a freaking genius when it
I do
comes to
that so
AI. Yeah.
often with topics that I know nothing about. I'm just like, I don't even know. So then I just ask it what it would ask it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
That's
I don't
something
even
Gemini
know.
and ChatGPT are really good for too, is prompt engineering.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to ask a really good, or for instance, this is probably exactly what I asked, but like I went into Gemini and I was like, hey, I want to learn everything about podcasts so that I can do podcasts and create a great podcast that people will want to listen to or watch or whatever. Create a prompt for Claude that will allow me to find the knowledge and create the understanding of how to create that podcast. Now you're asking Gemini for a prompt for Claude to build out this massive thing, but it does a really good job. Yeah. Typically with AI, if you don't understand what it's doing, just ask it. Or if something's broken, just tell it. It will fix it, which is crazy.
Even with because when we went to that marathon just the other week in BC,
Yep.
and like just looking at those big windmills that you drive by,
How are these built?
I was just wondering how they're working and uh, why they're all spinning the same speed when they're facing different directions. I was like, isn't the wind making these spin? So why are they all spinning the same speed when? So then I put it into ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
Still no idea.
I
I'm
think I'm
just like this. I don't even know what it's saying to me. And then Jess in her phone, she said, explain it back to me like I'm 5.
yeah.
And I was like, man, that is so smart.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna do that more often because how many times I ask ChatGPT and the answer it gives me, I still have no idea because I just don't know enough about it
Yeah.
to like even understand the terms it's now using. But like now explain back to me like I'm 5.
Yeah.
That's a cheat code.
It really is. I do that all the time too. I actually yeah. I have an entire like app built to explain modern day technology to me like I'm 5. So it's like if I showed you, I'll send you pictures of this, but it's hilarious. It's like artsy, very quick, easy to understand, explains what like GitHub is, like Supabase, like all these things that the AI uses. And it's like, it's a toy box. Imagine you're putting your toys in your toy box. I'm like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Yeah. It's a community toy box. Everybody has access to it. You can put your toys in the toy box, or you can use other people's toys. That's GitHub. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually phenomenal, man. I am very, very intrigued in what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because like 25 years ago, how old are we? 34. I'm 34. You're old.
35, man.
Uh,
And
but
we're done here.
yeah, yeah, cut it. But like, I don't know how old I was when I got my first computer. And that thing freaking sucked. Like, I remember playing Minesweeper and I got so frustrated. I hated the game.
Oh, yeah.
But that's all we had.
And the first years of playing that game, I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah,
I was
still,
just clicking
I still
stuff.
have no freaking clue. It's like, how many, like, what do the numbers mean? Is that how far I am away from a freaking mine?
That's how many sides it's are touching it.
Yeah,
So when it's
see?
a 1, it means one of those sides is touching a mine.
Yeah, I would have, man, that makes so much sense. I should have just asked ChatGPT. I might actually be able to win now. Thank you. But yeah, like that was less than 30 years ago. AI is like commercial AI, people using AI, me and you, not the businesses, not the government, like us having access to it. It's like 4 years old.
Right.
Look how much has advanced. Look how good it has gotten in the last 4 years. I don't know if you asked it. Like, I don't know how long you've been using it, but 4 years ago, if you asked it to create a photo,
Right.
there was like 20 fingers, 40
Yeah.
toes, like your tools were all messed up. Whatever you were asking it to create, like it just wouldn't look good. Now it's hard to create one that sucks.
Right.
That's just photos. Now we're diving into video, and you
Yeah.
have people who can like turn themselves into celebrities without changing anything.
10 years from now?
It's going to be wild.
Yeah.
And think of the advancements. Like, I don't know if you follow, like, there's been crazy things, but like there is a doctor, I think in Spain, I'm not actually sure, but he discovered how to build nanobots to cure forms of cancer, or to maybe not cure it, but um, lessen the size of the tumor. And it uses nanobots to actually, and nanobots is like something Tony Stark talked about in the first Iron Man 15, 16 years ago, right? Like technology is getting created because they have systems that they can bounce ideas off of 1,000 times faster, probably 1,000,000 times faster than they've been able to test and try and fail, test and try and fail. They can ask a system and it'll be like, oh, that won't work because of this. Oh, that won't work because of this. Try it like this. And it's like, it's actually crazy. You'd have to, I'm probably butchering it, but you'd have to look at it, look at the research that they did, look at how they used AI, and it's actually crazy. And that's just one thing. That's medicine. That's freaking medicine, man. We're going to live till we're 200 years old.
I know. For real, though.
Yeah, it's insane. But that's just medicine. Imagine like,
Eat your peptides.
yeah, eat them, inject them. I don't know.
I guess inject them.
Yeah. Anyways, but it's gonna be crazy.
Sounds like you do know.
A little bit. Yeah. But man, it's gonna be crazy. I'm not sure if it'll ever happen. I don't if it does, we're all screwed. But if they're testing out this thing right now with AI, it's called looping. So what looping is let's say every day at 7 a.m., I want you to update your knowledge base based off of the newest, best, coolest ways people are using you right now. And they're getting it to loop. So now you no longer even need to be in there giving the prompt. You give it the project, and then it just builds on that project, makes it better without your input every single day at 7 a.m. So if we're getting to that level of automation and autonomy, like, man, the things that will be created where no human has any input on it is going to be crazy. Because if a machine can understand what works, what didn't work, why it didn't work, how it works, how it should work, can look at 1,000 years of research papers on cancer that you and I, if we sat down and read it, wouldn't even be able to do that in a lifetime. It can do that in a couple hours.
Let alone remember.
And remember the context,
Yeah.
the content, the advancements that'll happen. Like, we thought 30 years ago, we've come a long way since the original computer was invented. Like, we're going to come in the next 5 years, our world could look very different.
You know what's crazy right now? Just from you saying that, I'm thinking, like, if AI can go through all the information, let's say cancer information,
Yep.
it can't narrow down how to cure it. Right now, we can't be like, okay, out of all the documents that you can find on cancer, find like the top 5 things that have worked, and then like let's go from there.
Do you want to get into conspiracy theories?
You know what? I was listening to on my drive home from up north. You know Shannon Sharp?
Name sounds familiar,
He was a
but
football player, but now he has a podcast called Club Shay Shay.
okay, I don't think I know it. No.
Uh he's actually like a super good host. Like asks really good questions. But anyways, he had Bobby Lee
Yeah, I know that one.
and Andrew Schultz on,
Yeah.
and they were talking. I mean, they hit so many different topics, but one of them they were talking about that, like why give to charities and stuff like that when it's not gonna go there anyways. You know, like they started getting into like conspiracies on like
Yeah.
things like that and making money. They were also talking about like how you were talking before about different goals. They're talking about how Kevin Hart wants to be a billionaire. Bobby Lee's like, why? Like you already have everything. But like Bobby Lee, like he just stays in his house and like he's happy with how much money he has.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. Like that's what they dove into like conspiracies and also like technology. They were talking about how back in their day, it was like there was like 8 people who decided if you were gonna be famous or not in the comedy world. Like there was like these scouts who and it's like if you weren't funny how these 8 people wanted you to be funny,
Yeah.
you were not gonna make it. Now you have access to
One
the entire
viral
world
video. Yeah.
and the people actually get to tell you if you're funny or not.
Yeah.
And then you can get famous from that.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like who like Matt Rife,
Not
because
right.
he does crowd work.
Yeah.
Like if you don't like that, that's fine. But there is people who like that, and he got famous from that,
Yeah.
right? So it's like if those 8 people would have been like, "Oh, we don't like crowd work," and that's what Bobby Lee said. Out of like the people, like everyone hated him except for there was one that would get him work sometimes. Like the one he had to count on this one
Yeah.
to get him work sometimes because the other people didn't want anything to do with him.
See, and that's not a conspiracy. That's like legit.
Yeah,
That happened.
that happened
That's happened
forever.
in everything.
Yeah. It was actually a really good podcast, except for like it just went off the rails
Yeah.
every freaking
Yeah,
10
that's a
minutes.
wild group.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I've seen, yeah. I don't know, man. I've seen it's amazing how, kind of back to what you said, it's so easy to make money now, but like your opportunities are actually endless.
Mm.
You could learn something new, document the entire journey of you learning that new thing, post it online, figure out how to market yourself. Chances are, if you like cool looking rocks, other people like cool looking rocks,
Yeah.
right? Like in the world we're in today, it's about entertainment or impact. And like entertainment is a massive industry, but I do think it's like there are people pulling the strings. That's my conspiracy theorist coming out, but it's a lot easier to get around those strings because you can post one video. Like Matt Rife's story is he was on a comedy tour. He had been doing comedy forever. He ended up going on this tour, but nobody wanted him there. He was going with his buddy who got asked to go, and I think he just ended up going with him. And then he ended up doing stand-up at a club, like, while he was there, and his video got millions of views, and then he just blew up. Like, it's actually crazy. It's like, look at Justin Bieber, like, just another example. Nobody knew the guy. His mom, or I don't know his whole story, but I probably sorry for the believers out there, but, um, like, all he did was when he was a kid, he post videos of himself singing.
And playing drums, right?
I think he did play music too.
Yeah.
But, like, eventually, somebody saw it, loved it, and took off. Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
You have, like, America's Got Talent. It's like the world's biggest talent show.
Yeah.
Like, we have things amplifying people's reach that normally would never have been seen before. It's actually kinda cool.
It's cool. That's the cool part about it,
Yeah.
for sure. Like, that's what, like, back to Gary Vee, that's what he always says.
Yeah.
Post. Just post.
Yeah. One
Send
video could
things
change your life.
send things
Yeah.
to people's inboxes
Yeah.
in that industry. Most of them are never gonna even look at it, but one person does. It's like there's so much. I don't like using the word luck, but there is luck involved.
Mhm.
But then, like, it's luck plus work. Do the work and you have a better chance of being lucky.
Yeah.
Your chances, because there is luck, but it can be created.
Yeah, I think
You can put yourself in situations where luck is higher.
yeah. You can put in the effort ahead of time to earn yourself the opportunity to capitalize on the moment to benefit from the luck.
Mhm.
But if you don't prepare, when that moment comes, you're not gonna get it.
Right.
I think that's in everything.
Yeah.
There's a really cool business partner of mine, he talks about, like, being on the paddleboard because, like, life is or a surfboard, I guess, like, life has its ups and downs. There's waves in anything, in entertainment industry, in, you know, education, in business ownership, in employee, like, there's waves. There's years you can make a ton of money as an electrician, there's years you can make $0 as an electrician, right? There's waves. But if you just stand on the beach and watch everybody else paddle, when that wave comes, well, you're not even on the board. But you can get in the water, you can get on that board. You can position yourself in a way better way that when that wave comes, you might catch it. Or you can get in the water, you can paddle regardless of if there's a wave coming or not, so that when that wave comes, you're gonna hit it. And that's luck. But it's predetermined, maybe preemptive work being put in to capture that luck. I think it's a great analogy. Like every time I picture it, I'm like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Because if you're not paddling, if you're just watching, you could be in the best place at the best time. You're still going to miss the wave. You could be in the worst spot of the water at the tail end, but you've been putting in the work and paddling. You're going to miss 90% of the wave.
Yeah.
But you'll hit 10% of it. And it's like, I don't know. I think a lot of luck is interesting. Because people who say it doesn't exist are freaking liars, man.
Yeah.
Like you can prepare yourself, but there's still luck. Meeting you was lucky.
Yeah.
I would never have met you if I didn't know Tyler.
Right.
Even moving into that house with those 3 guys, I was the odd man out. I probably should not have been there. But from that, I've probably had 3, 4, 5 relationships that have been with me for a long time that happened while I was in that house. And from that, opportunity has come up or whatever it might look like. But that is completely luck. Because if I lived somewhere else, this relationship wouldn't be a thing.
Right.
I don't think I would have ever met you. I don't think there's another spot in my life where we would have crossed paths.
Maybe at Jack's nightclub.
You wouldn't have liked me. Back then, maybe you would have, I guess.
I liked everyone.
I would have been 10 sheets to the wind.
And I would have been there with
I probably wouldn't have even said hello, man.
We would have hung out all night and not even remembered.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. We would have crossed paths, but none of us would remember it. Oh, man. Yeah, like, it's insane to me. But that's luck. It's right time, right place.
Even talking about prepared, because I just read 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership.
John Maxwell, check him out.
Heck yeah. In one of the chapters, he's talking about that, about preparing. Because he said, you're going to either spend most of your time preparing or most of your time repairing. It's going to be one of the two. And you probably want it to be preparing.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, that's where you want to put resources into. That's where you want to, prepare your teams for situations and things like that. Or else you're just going to spend a lot of time fixing the mistakes.
Yeah. He also is the guy that says that preparing too much without action will never amount to anything. It's like when you're aiming for a target, if you're aiming, but you never fire, you're never going to hit the target.
Yeah. Like reading,
but never
reading.
applying, applying. Yeah. It's yeah. He's the guru, so listen to him.
Yeah.
It's so true though. Like, I find it, man, it's like that, back to that analysis paralysis thing. You could be in the right place at the right time at the most lucky moment of your life. But because you've been focused on 100 things versus one thing, you might miss it. You might miss that opportunity. You might have been preparing for every other aspect of what is actually going on. So I don't know. Yeah. It's luck. It's lucky, man. I'm not going to have the same opportunities that you're going to have. But if I've been preparing for the opportunities you're going to have, and you've been preparing for the opportunities I'm going to have, then we're both going to miss it.
But I think there's more chances that we're gonna get offered the same opportunities.
Maybe.
Not
I don't
exactly
know.
the same, but like pretty close to the same. And it's just that some people can recognize that and some people can't. You
Maybe.
know, I bet you 90% of people have had opportunities to have real mentorship in their life and they have no idea.
It's true.
And
No,
just because the
yeah.
mentor is different, it's the same. Like obviously, if somebody has done it, their chances are they're a good mentor, you know? And if they're a good person
Yeah, they have
who
to be a
wants
good
to
person. Yeah.
help other people, you know?
Yeah.
But like, cause I, whenever I meet people that are like, why don't I ever, I never
The
get
woe
any,
is me.
I'm just like, yeah, you do.
You just said no.
But just listen to you, listen to yourself.
Yeah, that's a big thing
You
too.
you don't think you get any opportunities. Me personally know for a fact I've offered opportunities to probably every single person in my life.
I
And the
can
amount of people that
concur.
are running with me in my life, I can count on one hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know I've offered every single person in my life a different route.
Yeah. That's a scary thought. But I think a lot of the time what I see is a lot of these people have a huge self-image issue.
Mhm.
They don't feel, what's the saying? They truly don't feel good enough about themselves to actually even act on an opportunity because they don't see themselves as someone who could win in an opportunity.
Yeah.
It's you will never act better than the way you perceive yourself consistently. You will never act consistently better than you perceive yourself. Like if I wanted to be a pro boxer, but I was like telling myself in my head all the time, man, I throw weak punches. Man, when I get hit hard. Man, like I don't even know if I can jab properly. I don't even know what a hook, jab is. Jab, jab, hook, whatever. Right? Like I don't know that stuff. But if I was going after the same opportunity, but I was telling, if my internal dialogue was very different than yours, the results would be very different too.
Yeah.
And I think that is like, we are in a time where men, unfortunately, are not men. Women are stepping up more than men have been for a long time. And you're seeing like men become deflated because they are these warriors, they are these champions, but they're not acting like it. And over time, you can only fool yourself for so long. If I tell myself I'm a champion, I'm a warrior, I get shit done, but I never actually get shit done, It's only a matter of time before I quit believing that I'm a champion, that I'm a warrior, and I get shit done.
Yeah, because confidence is built on proof.
And it's habitual. It's like confidence is built on proof. Confidence comes from achieving goals,
Mhm.
regardless of how big or small they are. Goals are achieved from habitually doing the things you need to do to achieve those goals. Like winning is a habit, so is losing. And if you make losing a habit, the downward spiral is very hard to get out of because you believe you're a loser. Somebody said, I was at a conference this past weekend, and somebody said, if you think you're a loser, it's very hard to help other people win because you attract negativity into your life. If you tell yourself you're a loser every day, that you're not doing good, that you're not winning, nobody will want to be around you.
And you probably can't even, or it's very hard for you to be around people that are winning.
100%.
And how are you supposed to give them confident advice
Mhm.
when you're intimidated by them?
Yeah. This is exactly how it was for me during COVID. When my dad passed away, I was just like in this negative, dark place for so long. But it was that. It was exactly what I just said. It was the negative self-talk, the downward spiral, the getting around people who I believed were better than me, but feeling inadequate because I was not winning in the areas I wanted to be winning in. I just had a massive life thing happen, but I didn't look at it that way. I just saw that I was losing over here, even though this massive thing happened that if it happened to anybody else, they probably wouldn't be in the same position they were in as well. Right. So then I'm in this downward spiral, and you witnessed this. We never really talked about it, but you witnessed it. And it was just like, man, I felt myself becoming less of myself as the years went on, or like months. It actually was for me like 4 years before I snapped out of it. But it was very hard because I get around people and they were like doing so good, but I knew behind closed doors I wasn't doing good mentally, emotionally, physically. Get around people that like you always would. The thing I love about you is you always help people hold themselves to a higher standard, whether they want it or not. You will ask questions or push people in a way that's very encouraging, uplifting, but it doesn't always feel that way to the other person. But you would ask me, you'd be like, hey, you want to go for a run? I'd be like, no, man, I don't run anymore. After we had just done a triathlon, it's like all these things. And it was just this negative self talk, which led to lesser belief, which led to low self confidence, which led to like not attracting people into my life, which led to pushing people away because I was in a dark spot. It was that negative downward spiral. And to literally snap out of it, I just had to decide to. Now I went down pretty far away, but it's cool to see the comeback, right? Like right now, I feel like my life is better than it's been in. That was 2020 that all that went down. I was a wreck, but now I feel like my life is pretty freaking awesome.
Mhm.
Lots of things going for me. My family's incredible. Like everything seems to be going upwards. Whereas for a long time, it was so hard for me to be around people like you because I didn't feel that adequacy. I felt inadequate. I felt like the biggest thing for me, and I know you kind of called me out on this a couple times, was like, I don't want to hang out with you because I might bring you down. And you'd be like, oh, you're like the hardest person on themselves. You know that? But like, it was a real place. It was a real thing. So.
So then I guess if you had to since we're speaking about you right now.
Yeah, how'd that happen? Let's stop.
If you had to describe yourself, if you had to take away everything you're doing, take away your businesses, take away what you're doing for a living, um, like right now, who are you then?
A phenomenal father.
Mm.
Hopefully an adequate husband. That's my thing, man. Family is my everything. Always has been. It's probably why that downward spiral kicked off with me losing my dad. Because that is my biggest value, family. But right now, if you took everything away from me, took the house, the car, the job, the businesses, man, I want to be a phenomenal father. In the sense that, like, not just present and available, but leading them and preparing them for adulthood in a way that they are more prepared to catch that wave when it comes. And I'll do everything in my power to make that happen.
The thing too that is nice that I know, which I don't know if it makes you feel better or not, but it definitely makes me feel better, is that I truly believe, and I believe this about you too, that if I lost everything, I could build it in months. You know, and obviously not to where it is right now,
Mm-hmm.
but within a couple months I'd be fine again. You know, just with like the skill set that I have,
Yeah.
the network I've built, the people I know, there's really nothing that could happen that would leave me with nothing, because everything that I have that is valuable is like in my head, and like a mentality and a mindset. And that's where the value that I have is.
Yeah.
It's not in my businesses. So it kind of gives me this confidence that, like, it allows me to take risks too and do things where other people would be like, "Oh, are you sure? Like, let's iron this out, let's iron that out." Whereas I would just do it
Yeah.
because I do believe in myself. I think that about you. I don't know if you think that about you.
I would say a year ago, I wouldn't have agreed with you. I feel like I said, right now, I'm on an upwards trajectory that I freaking love, man.
Mhm.
I feel like I would probably say that about myself right now. Like, if you took everything away from me, if I had nothing, I could go out and make enough money in a short period of time that I could build my life back up from scratch.
Yeah.
Just please leave my kids and my wife with me. She might hate me, but at least I'd have them. Daria's phenomenal. If you know her, she puts up with a lot of shit that most people wouldn't. So,
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
I've watched it.
Yeah,
I've watched it for years.
he's seen it for years. Yeah, she is a godsend.
Yeah.
Luck.
And luck, because Demi just was blessed with a perfect
Husband,
Yeah.
yeah. Perfect husband.
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything wrong ever or get on her nerves. I'm trying to be careful with what I say here. Yeah. Demi is phenomenal. You got lucky.
Yeah, for sure.
Demi, one thing I'll say
That
about
is
you
luck.
guys.
Like when we talk about luck,
Yeah.
this is like, because I've talked about it on here lots too. Like meeting Demi, like meeting somebody that young, like 15, who it just grows in the same direction as you.
Yeah.
And for me, it took me like, it was a really slow growth at the beginning. 10 years of not much growth,
Mm.
but then to have somebody there, every step, and then like really changing the path and direction, and she just goes with, like, to have that much trust in you,
Yeah.
that is luck,
100%. Yeah.
because I tell people all the time, how many people would have stayed with me through those 10 years of like after high school to when I met you and Delaney? No, none. Almost none.
I mean, yeah. The best story I have is the first time we reconnected and you showed up in with the gangster hat, a sweater, sweats, Demi too, at a Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
And it was like
To a business meeting.
to a business meeting. It was like, yeah, things have changed since then. But it was phenomenal too, because I think where you excelled is being introduced to people who had the results. Like, if we can go back to the basic definition of mentorship, is people who are a great example that you can follow and will help you. And it's like you excelled in an environment like that.
Mm.
You actually took the coaching, mentorship, and like, not always. There was definitely things you disagreed with. I think it's fair to say most of the things you disagreed with. Let's double down on that. But what you did do is you took the life mentorship and you applied it to your life, which made your life 1,000 times better.
Mm.
And I just don't see that very often. Most people will give up on one thing and the rest of their life will fall apart. Because again, they feel inadequate. They feel like they're not good enough. If they failed here, then they'll probably fail there. You took the mindset of a winner and just applied it everywhere.
Mm.
Pro boxer. You got your hip surgery. You couldn't do MMA anymore. You picked up boxing. Triathlons. Ultra marathons. Like business. Finances. Like everything. Nothing went backwards for you, seemingly. Right? Like, most people wouldn't have that experience. Because most people want to be told what to do.
Right.
Most people are very much so trained and indoctrinated and brainwashed to be an employee. Because that's how life trains you. You go to school, you have recess, you have lunch break, you have classes you need to be at a certain time. Better listen to people, don't fail, get good grades. Like, you're trained how to be an employee your entire freaking life. So most people, when they receive or they see a different path, they struggle to internalize it to make it a part of them.
Mm.
So even though they're in that room, they're around other business owners, they can act like a business owner. But when they leave that room, they are an employee.
Right.
And it's like, it's a hard thing It's a really hard thing to break out of because you have to trust people. You have to trust that what they're telling you is true. That like, man, there is a shot. I have a chance to be better. But if you've been in the job world or this, you could be 21 just coming out of school, but all you would know is employee, unless your parents or people in your family were business owners. That's why Rich Dad, Poor Dad is such a phenomenal book. That's exactly what he's talking about. It's like your parents won't teach you what they don't know. They will do the best that they can with what they have. But an employee can't teach you how to be an entrepreneur. I think you just have a really good entrepreneurial mindset. And you're not afraid to take those risks where a lot of people would be. I do think that's a big part too. But you have a rock solid support system like Demi.
Yeah. I think like my how my brain is wired is because I do also need proof like everyone else,
Yeah.
but it's just a little bit different because I do believe in myself and I am maybe naively optimistic. So I'm never thinking of like the bad things that could happen.
Mm-hmm.
So once I do meet people who have done it or see that it can be done, then I know I can do it.
Yeah.
So I think like that is, once I got in those rooms and seen that it could be done and how it was being done, that's where, and then like on the flip side of that, I think that's where uh I struggle with like spirituality and religion. It's because it's hard for me to find people who
Actually live it out.
right live it and speak it with certainty.
Mm-hmm.
And because like I just need to know. I think that's why I like that Johnny Chang so much is because he speaks it, like, so sure,
Yeah.
and how he says it makes, like, everything he says makes sense to me. Same with that Cliff, that older guy who does those like, he stands at universities and, like, you know who I'm talking
I
about?
think have you sent me a video of that guy?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Him too, how he says it, and even, like, the stuff that he's not sure about, he doesn't like, most people that I speak to or I've seen speak, like, it's like they're finding an explanation, but I can see that they're not sure. I can see it on their face.
Mm-hmm.
I can see how their tone changed or how they shifted that, okay, that's not, but they will admit it. They'll be like, I'm just a human. I'm supposed to understand God like 100%. That would make me God, and it's just like, well, that's a good explanation. Why the heck would you know more than the creator, So like that's where it's like I haven't met or been in enough rooms with spiritual or religious people, even with spiritual, with, now that I'm at lots of ceremonies and powwow and been to a Sundance, I go to sweats. Still, there's lots of questions. There's lots of uncertainty that makes me not sure and not. I just need to be more around more people who are sure,
Yeah.
100%. And, like, you don't have to know everything to be sure. That's not the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you and Delaney know everything about business 100%.
Well, Delaney might.
but then it's like, I can see that you guys have results
Yeah.
and you guys are trying things and you have things figured out and you have systems and you have mindset and you have things that are working for sure. It's like that's what I need on the other side, you know?
Yeah. I would say I've struggled with the same thing on the spirituality front. You can go to church and feel like you're the only spiritual person there.
Right.
Like I do not find those big events are where I feel God or whatever your belief system is the most. Where you feel God, like where I feel God is praying with my little boy. He wants to do it. It's awesome. And I feel like the things we pray about, you can ask for answers. Doesn't mean the creator or God has to answer them. I can ask all the questions I want, but it doesn't mean that he's going to give me a solid answer. But in those big events, man, truthfully, I think most people want to look good and not be good.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a terrible, it is so bad right now. Someone's posting a success video. You don't even know if they're rented the Lambo or it's yours. At church, people will throw their hands in the air, sing the loudest, but then their life is falling apart behind closed doors. It's like people want to look good
Mhm.
because we are in a world where everybody's looking at everybody else. They might not be thinking about you after the fact, but you think they are. And in the spiritual world, where you find the biggest groups of people that actually have it figured out are the ones putting on like small Bible studies in their house, or they don't go to church and they do a Bible reading session on Sundays or whatever. It's like that's where you feel it because these are the people that actually want to learn, who are reading, who are studying, who are putting in the effort versus going to an event Sunday morning. And I hope I don't get
Canceled?
yeah, or smited. God, don't smite me.
God, don't cancel him.
Yeah. But like the thing is, like, it's an event. It is how come pastors can sometimes be the most corrupt people? They've built their entire identity around being Christ-like. So they have to hold up that facade or feel like they have to hold up that. So people in the church will look up to them when like that's not what it is at all. So like in these big group events, man, it's people want to look good. So I never feel it there. I was raised Catholic and I did not feel it at all there.
You know, I started thinking about priests and pastors and like people that are in power that abuse their power. There's a there's
It's
a
not just priests and pastors, but okay. Like let's
no
talk about
well,
it.
man,
Yeah.
coaches,
Yeah, and yeah, I get what you're saying.
teachers,
I'm just trying to
politicians.
make up some points for the
Yeah.
man upstairs.
But okay, there's a video of Mike Tyson
Okay.
talking to Francis Ngannou,
Okay.
who was the UFC champion
Yeah.
heavyweight long ago. And he's saying, because he rose so quickly, he got so famous, and he just knocking people out. And Mike Tyson was saying to him like, "You remind me of me. You're like just knocking everyone out. You're getting famous. Now you're rich." And he said, do you believe in God?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Good. Um, because you're one of God's favorites."
Who said that to who?
Mike Tyson said
Said
that
that
to
to
Francis Ngannou.
yeah, oh, yeah.
Like, you've been blessed by him. You're one of his favorites. Um, but that, you know what that means, right? He's like, no. He's like, that means you're gonna be one of the devil's favorites. He said, and make sure you leave here with the person who brought you here. He said, because you're one of the devil's favorites. He's coming for you too. And I think about that
Wow, that
with
is a
with
deep
with like people who are in power, people who are in leadership roles.
yeah.
They've been blessed, right? With this ability to get there, with this different ability to think and to lead and to speak and to maybe read and like connect with people and guide people. They're given they were blessed just like to do things a little bit better, be more charismatic to, right? But then maybe the devil is trying harder, right? Because he knows you're one of God's favorites. So he wants you to. So now he's putting these ideas in your head, these thoughts, these things to do, how to misrepresent yourself. Now I think about that often.
That's a pretty deep line. I was like, "Why would you leave with someone?" And then I was like, "Oh, it's not your wife he's talking about." Yeah. But no, that's deep, man. Like,
Yeah.
that's make sure you leave with who brought you here. It's like yeah, it's like the success proverb, whatever you wanna call it, where it's like, most people who were successful and end up failing quit doing the things that made them successful to begin with.
Mm.
It's like back to basics is the best you could ever do or be. But if you ever stop doing that, everything could be taken away. Your success could disappear overnight. Not actually overnight, but relatively speaking.
Yeah. I think that's like true in everything because like people will work out until they're in shape and they'll stop working out and then they'll get put the weight back on.
What are you talking about?
Or people will go to therapy till they feel like they're cured and then they'll stop going to therapy, you know? So they do the thing and then but it's like just once you're there, you have to keep doing it, you know?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
therapy isn't a cure, you don't win working out. Oh, I hit all the levels. Now you're just in shape for the rest of your life.
God, that
That would be nice, you know? But that's every single area.
yeah,
It's like you don't get to it's like
just
it's a forever thing.
yeah, well, if you're not moving forward by default, you're moving backwards. You're not staying the same.
Right.
And it's the hard John Maxwell talks about it all the time. It's like why leadership sucks. Because if you're not getting better, if you're not adapting, you're not always gonna be the leader. And, yeah, it's in every area of your life, every area. Your marriage could start to suck if you quit working on it. You could be a shitty dad
Mhm.
if you quit focusing on it. Like, there's so many it's haunting to know that if you're not working on something, you go backwards because there's so much that you could work on. But it comes back to, like, the very first thing we talked about is, like, what is your version of success? What do you need to work on versus what other people think you should work on? And then
Yeah.
just focus on those things, and you will be successful in your own right, or you will feel accomplished in your own right. Even success has, like, a people think it's just finances. It's not just finances. It could be every area: health, wealth, finances, relationships. Like, it's crazy how messed up people are nowadays because they're not focusing on what's right for them. Can I turn the tables on you here?
No.
Well, too bad. I'm doing it anyway. One thing you and Demi have always been phenomenal at is like networking and relationships. I feel like even in 2012, when you were trying to be a police officer, or you were going through police science, whatever that was, you were really, really good at keeping relationships positive and maybe impactful in their own right. Like, you did not let things die on the vine. And I feel like that's continued with you throughout life. Like, your network is phenomenal, but it's because you and Demi are phenomenal. What is your mindset on that for keeping those relationships tight, or making or having capacity or room to work on that?
There's I was just talking to my friend Justin because he's so good at like reflecting on things. Like um he'll be like, I remember this happened and it made me think about this and it kind of shifted things for me, you know, like, and he has so many moments of his past that like happened and he remembers it and it was like a significant moment in his life that like he might not have changed immediately, but like over the years it was in his head and it made him change over time.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I can never think like that. Like like to me, how I am, I just always was. I can never remember having like a moment or intentionally working on things, you know, like building my capacity, like how I am like emotionally, how I'm like calm, how I like relationship wise. Like I always just because I moved a lot, so I always just touched base with like my friends in each place as I was
Mm-hmm.
moving. But I don't think there's something
Interesting.
like it's not like my brothers and sisters did that. Like I talked to people that were I went to school in like grade 3 in Kamloops. I've been to Kamloops like 3 times since grade 3. So
It's
it's like
just ingrained in you.
right. And but like that's how I feel about everything, which is probably not true.
Absolutely.
But like I don't ever remember a moment where it was like I need to work on relationships or I need to work on this.
Hmm.
And I don't know if it's just like also my memory's not that great.
I feel like you and Demi just complement each other very, very well.
Yeah, that's true. Because like I keep in touch with more people from Modena than Demi does. And she lived there her entire life.
But
I
if
lived there for 6 months. So we'll go there and I'll go visit people. She won't visit anybody. She just wants to see her mom.
Oh, interesting. I would not have assumed that. Demi is like one of the
Most loving people
yeah.
ever.
So if she
But she
did
but
see
she
these people,
but she loves like one-on-one.
yeah. She also makes everyone feel like $1,000,000.
Yeah, she's
People
like a
love Demi.
nurturer
Yeah.
to the core.
Yeah. You not so much.
I'm tough love.
Yeah. You're a hard truth kind of guy,
Yeah.
which makes people either love you or hate you.
Yeah, but if I preface it with
I love you.
not prefacing
Yeah.
it with
Yeah.
that.
Cole says that all the time.
If I preface it with, uh, this is coming from a place of love.
Yeah. Do you preface
You're
it?
stupid.
Do you ever preface it like that? Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I actually have. I've prefaced things because I noticed, because I am direct and straightforward. And then ever since I read Wired That Way,
Yeah, yeah.
it really made me think about,
How other people
yeah.
will interpret.
So then when I recognize that somebody is just like doesn't like conflict or directness, then I'll preface
Hmm.
just so that they understand. But like people that I'm close to, like if you're like I don't actually care like enough to, like, I don't care what you think of me. But if you're somebody who like I see often, then I care what you think of me, not because I care, but because you'll think like you'll.
The relationship will change.
Well, yeah, but like not. I how do I word this? Like it's not that I care that the relationship changes. I care that you might not get what I'm trying to give you. Like if this person could be a really good boxer, like that is exciting to me. Like coaching somebody who wants to fight is my favorite person to coach.
Mm-hmm.
Like the person who wants to get in shape, or the kid who doesn't even, just a kid, doesn't know who don't even know what they're doing here yet. you know? But when it's somebody who wants to compete and is good, I'm gonna try a little bit harder to like,
Push them that way.
yeah. So it's like if it's gonna help me for you to help you by me changing up how I say it, then I will. You know?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm trying to think if you've ever done that to me.
Preface.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Wait, what?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
If I understand that you're stuck with me, I'm not gonna preface nothing.
Fair.
You know?
So you feel like I'm stuck with you.
Maybe not now, but there was at a significant time where,
Fair. Yeah. Fair.
yeah. And then there's people too who understand me, like who have been around me long enough that understand, like they understand that I'm coming from like a place of I want you to do well,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and they know that like there's no ill will behind what I'm saying, or like I'm not looking for you to do worse in your life.
Yeah. But even like people you don't know, you don't give off that vibe.
That's because like the way I say it is
Yeah.
like not. I think you can tell that like I'm like, and then if I can see that like you might have misread it, like I can see that. So then like I'll switch up the vibe to like, I'll make a joke about it after or something,
Mm-hmm.
you know, or like I'll flip it back and like make a joke about myself being in that situation, like like, or be like, because I was like that, and I'm, like, or so, like I can see it, so I
Yeah.
can adjust. So yeah, and for most people too, when I meet people, I always find something related. Like how we started off our relationship was positive. 98% of the time. If I meet you for the first time, it's gonna be positive.
Yeah.
So like you know me for being positive. So then if I am direct with you, it's not gonna be like, oh, this guy's an asshole. It's gonna be like, it's gonna be more of like confusing. It's gonna be more of
Mm-hmm.
like a confusing feeling. Cause like, whoa, this guy's positive, but now is being me, and it's like, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. The more I think about it, I think it's like it's the law of attraction with you.
cause I'm attractive.
Very. We should turn this. We need another camera right here. But no, it's like you're not afraid to tell the truth. People are drawn to that because there's not a lot of that out there. People will sugarcoat stuff all the time and tell you what they think you want to hear. But for you, it's like, you're not going to do any of that, even if I don't know you very well, which makes people want to keep the relationship with you long term. Because like, I think about even how I think about you and Demi. It's like immediately from day one, you guys had a solid relationship. And even though everybody else in that house had the farthest thing from a solid relationship, you were like that beacon of light or hope for that friend group. And you still speak to like most of those guys. I don't speak to any of those guys. But it was like you were the standout, like attractive, not just physically, but like attractive in a life sense. Like, man, I would kill for a relationship like that. And luckily I got it. But outside of my parents, I didn't know anybody our age that had a relationship like you and Demi. Where it was like, it was fun being around you guys. It was not fun being at the house when Tyler had his girlfriend there, or, well, I'll stop there. but you get it, right? Like I think it is. It's like, it's even why your network's so big for a podcast like this, is like people respect the shit out of it. And Demi, I would throw Demi in there too, because I just think you guys are solid. It's not like
You know how you know what's crazy about Demi, where she gets in trouble
where?
because when
Are
our
you sure you want to
friends,
say this?
yeah,
Are you sure you want?
you're addicted to
Super addictive personality.
yeah. Whenever she gets around heroin, no,
That's so
when
funny.
a lot of our friends in relationships have compared their girlfriends to Demi.
Oh yeah.
Why can't you be like Demi? Oh, Demi would never do that. And now all of a sudden, now this girl hates Demi, or there's like ill will there, and that has happened so many times.
Look, if you're in Cole and Demi's life and you're making comments like that to your significant other, you're the problem. You're the problem. That doesn't fall on Demi and the women. I'm sorry that, you know, your significant other is comparing you to an angel. So,
But like, just step it up and be more like Demi.
just be better. Just be better. No, I would. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't even compute for me. I can't believe people would,
and
not just one. You said multiple.
probably double digits.
Oh,
how many
my
times that's
gosh.
happened?
Listen, Demi, if you listen to this, you are phenomenal, but you're Coles. And anyone who
There's
is
not a single person I can think of that I'd be like, Demi, you need to be more like this person.
I wouldn't do that for Daria
Not
either.
one person on the planet.
Honestly, I don't think anyone would put up with my shit as much as Daria has. So like,
I'm in the same boat.
I'm like, I am the luckiest man alive. With
the
my
times when Bugsy came to town
okay.
for a week or two, 99.9% of people would have left me within those 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, definitely. The
Like,
boys back in town.
Colonial every night for 2 weeks.
Oh, yo, jeez. Oh man.
Good time.
Yeah, man.
Even at your guys' place. Freaking.
Oh, with like my original house. Yes. Yeah. I mean, she was there a lot of the time.
But how often would that happen? How many girlfriends would come the whole night that you're just getting hammered with your bros. I'm puking in the backyard.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah. Not cleaning it.
Yeah, that's okay.
You know?
I didn't stay there much longer.
Like, there was times where, not at your guys' place, but at another place where Demi would just come there and just have a bath, wait for me to finish drinking and drive me home.
Yeah, see, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. And back to the luck thing, like, for you, you did great.
Thank you.
Demi is great. She has put up with a lot of shit.
It only took me 10 years.
Yeah. 10 years to start getting
12
better.
years. 12 years.
12 years to start
27.
the path of improving.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't improve after 12 years.
No.
You started the path.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. She loves you, man. That's great. That's phenomenal. Daria is right up there. I was chatting with somebody the other day about relationships and how you never truly know if you found your person until you go through it together. Because when things are good, it's easy for both parties. When things are tough, that's when you really figure it out. Like going back to that story of COVID and where I was. Daria was the one person in my life that like didn't judge me, didn't try to change me, let me heal, like was there for me. No question, no problems. I'm sure there were some days she didn't want to be, but like that's when you know. For some people that doesn't happen. Like I was pretty young when my dad passed away. Some people don't go through something like that until they're in their 40s or their 50s. They don't have a massive life event until much later in their relationship. And that's a scary thing. Because like you'd never know. And it could be anything. I'm just using that scenario as an example, but the girl I was talking to, she was talking about how she got an incurable autoimmune disease. So most people would be like, "Hi, you're like, it's all in your head" type thing. That's common with autoimmune disease. People don't understand them. And she was like, this was a year after she met the guy. She had just moved in with him, and then this stuff started happening. And she was like, the next year was a test on the relationship, but now they know full on that they're each other's person. It's like it's a crazy concept, but I think it's very valid. When things are tough is when you see the true person that you're with.
Right.
And whether they can handle it or not. And Daria can. Thank God. I hope I'm as good for her when shit hits the fan as she was for me.
Yeah.
But I feel like Demi would be the exact same way.
And if you can figure out a way to attack the problem and not attack each other.
Yeah.
You know, that's when you know that that's the person, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Very blessed man. Me, but you as well. Have you found since you've had kids, the dynamics changed much around the house? Or is it still pretty much the same?
No, it's way different.
Way different?
Yeah. It's not the same at all.
Yeah. I would agree.
Yeah.
Some
Like,
people
even like, it's very rare that we get like, alone body time.
Yeah. Because you're
Yes,
here doing a
yes.
podcast with me.
Well, But the thing is, we'd be done and then we'd go home and get quality time.
Yeah.
So like, but now it's even with Royce, when we just had one, like we could still get some quality time because like Demi's mom and stuff would take him for a weekend or whatever. But now with two, but like it'll be different in a year. When Ronan is walking and talking and comfortable with being away and stuff, when those two can entertain each other, it'll be different. But like right now, he's like so attached to Demi. So like the last 7 months has just been him and Demi.
Yeah.
But at night, like we'll still get like an hour ish a night,
Yeah.
um, depending. But yeah, that's probably the main. Is it seems like we're just a little bit distant.
You gotta make time, man. That's
Yeah.
something me and Daria are figuring
Well,
out
like
too.
the thing right now is like there is no making time because Ronan won't take a bottle.
Mm,
He just need like if like Demi's. It's not like Demi's mom wouldn't, but he's not gonna eat then, you know,
yeah,
and he'll just yell. So then until he'll start drinking from a bottle, it's just hard unless he's sleeping.
that is very fair.
So it's just like, but like we're almost through that, like in the next 3-4 months it'll be different. It's
Seven
just like
months?
yeah, he's 7 months. Um,
Yeah.
I feel like he's gonna walk quicker than Royce did. He's like way more squirmier, way more like ready to do stuff.
Well, he's also watching Royce.
Yeah,
That's a big thing for
Royce was
kids.
just chill. He would just sit.
Yeah.
Like I thought he was not even gonna crawl. I thought he was just gonna go right to walking because like he was like standing up at the table before he was crawling. I was like, well, maybe he'll just start walking. Like he would not even try to crawl ever. But Ronan's already like getting on his all fours, trying to like scurry around. And he's just always just like,
Mhm.
it's like, chill, dude, you know?
Yeah, 7 months, hey. It's gonna come quick. Yeah. That's something that Daria and I have seriously struggled with since we've had our third for sure.
And you guys want 14, you said?
Yeah, 14 would be nice. Yeah. Yeah. 6 was the number. I don't know if it's still the number. Listen, I would have one more for sure, for sure. I don't know after that, man.
Yeah,
3 is a trip.
yeah,
But it's the same thing. Like, she's 2 months old. We're in the thick of it. None of
yeah.
our kids have really, truly ever done a bottle unless they were babysat. So
Mhm.
she breastfeeds all of them. We don't try and get them to drink formula or anything like that. It's mommy's milk type thing. But for us, we had this conversation like, man, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, where it's like, I don't remember the last time we went on a date.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, because we're both running. We're trying to keep 3 kids alive. But it's also like, you still got to make the time for each other.
Mhm.
With 1, it was easy. 2, it wasn't as easy. 3, I'm feeling like, dude,
I'm never gonna
yeah.
go on a date
Can,
again.
can you just get self-sufficient? Feed yourself. Jovi, how old are you? Figure it out.
We went on a date last week. Uh, but like Ronan was there, but sleeping. Like
Yeah.
we went and had a date at philosophy.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah, that's nice. Maybe that's the trick.
3, I get, but like, because we're like in that. If we're gonna have a third,
Do it now.
yeah, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
I
that's like
remember
2
that.
years, 2 years, 2 years.
Yeah.
Like we'll probably wait
4,
more
3.
until he's like 1-ish.
Yeah, because our Jovi is 4, Tyler's 3, Maisie's 2 months. So
Probably wait a little bit longer, but yeah, we're just deciding.
Yeah. You should do it. This is that back to our original conversation, the coaching and the mentorship. Just do it. 3's incredible.
And then I'll call you in 6 months. So I'm bankrupt now.
Please don't. If one,
I just saw one of these kids, and it's your fault.
yeah, yeah. I redact what I said. Yeah, do what you need to, man. Yeah, 3's a trip, and I don't think it's hit yet. Like 3's gonna be a trip when she starts crawling. Right now, she's just a potato.
Yeah.
She just lays there, eats, poops, sleeps. That's it. When she starts moving, man, I might lose one of my children. It's
You lost one of your children for like 30 seconds at the pool.
today.
Yeah.
Come on.
I saw. Where's Tyler?
Yeah. He was behind me. He was safe.
He was safe.
His mom was around.
I never said she lost him.
Yeah.
I said you lost him.
She is strong where I am weak. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, if it was just me, I probably would have.
Yeah, well, I don't see how you could not. You know?
Hey, I'm just
Like,
duplicating.
honestly, like, Royce is fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, all of a sudden, he's just gone somewhere.
Oh,
and
man.
I'm just like, what the heck?
The other day, Tyler left our house while none of us were by the front door. He just took off. Actually, his grandma was babysitting him. He just took off and she found him halfway down the street. It's like, dude, locks aren't enough anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
my parents lost me for a good couple hours once.
Yeah.
I'm just,
Can't be on
yeah,
100% of the time, every day, all day.
yeah,
Kids are ready to go. As soon as they wake up,
yeah.
they're like,
Oh my
let's have an awesome day today.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
Today's gonna be incredible.
Yeah, exactly.
I wanna
Every
go to the
day.
pool. I wanna go to the park.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's do that. Yeah. Yeah, man. Tyler is it's crazy, man. Like when it was just Jovi, it was chill. It was chill.
Yeah.
Tyler got old enough to play with Jovi. Nothing is chill. Nothing is chill. Bedtime is a wrestling match. It's insane.
Yeah.
And right now, Jovi's winning because she's bigger, but it's not going to stay that way. So Tyler is going to eventually get the upper hand and Jovi's not going to like it.
I watched
It's going to be
Jovi almost have one less kid today at the pool.
me.
She tried to murder.
Oh
your
yeah,
child.
she tried to murder Tyler. Yeah, that's a daily occurrence, man. God, thank
And
God
you're
he
just
was
like, oh no, she always does that.
Listen, you get to a point with 3 where you're like, yeah, something's bound to happen. It won't be terrible.
What are the chances they all make it?
Oh man, that's why I want 6. No. Bad joke. Don't cancel me. But yeah, my daughter almost drowned my son today. Thank God he was wearing a life jacket.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun, man. It is fun. I do like how Royce and Tyler and Jovi get along so well. It was, yeah. It's Royce is so nice, man.
He's so nice. Yeah, he's just nice.
Yeah,
it's like
I was pretending to drown. He came and saved me every time.
Yeah, he's so cool. Like he's so nice to Ronan.
Yeah,
he's so nice. I could tell he has like Demi's sensitivity too.
You think?
Yeah, cause like today, I don't know what happened, but like he screamed at Demi, just like I don't even know what it was.
Out of anger or just like
maybe frustration.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe she was just doing something and she just kept doing it. I don't know. But I just said, hey, we don't talk to mom like that. And he said, like, okay, like when a kid's like saying okay, but they're not really. I said, hey, no, look at me. And he looked at and I said, we don't talk to mom like that. ever. And I could just see him start tearing up and his lips start
Quivering.
okay. And it's just like, come on, buddy, you're crying over that?
You snowflake.
I'm like, I didn't even yell or nothing. Why are you crying, dude?
Listen, he understood he was in the wrong. I can relate to your child. It's yeah. Okay, that's fair. Definitely more Demi than you, personality wise.
Yeah. Even like I talked to him about crying, like not in that sense, because that sense it's a like he feels some kind of way cry, but like he tries to cry to manipulate.
Mm.
You know, like all kids do. So I always say,
Yeah, Jovi's like
I
that.
always bring that up to him. What like I always, what are you? Why are you crying? It's like we cry when we have to cry. When we cry when we're in hurting or we're sad, we're not pretending to cry to get our way. And I
Mm.
said to him every time. I could see him trying to manipulate Demi. You know, not that she'll be manipulated, but it's like, what are you doing, man? I can see what you're doing, you little 3-year-old psychopath. You've been reading 48 Laws of Power again?
Yeah. Yeah. He's just going to his room, just light reading at night. That's so funny, man.
Yeah.
Jovi is doing this thing right now where she's trying to see how hard she can stomp the ground. So, like, you know, when you're frustrated as a kid, you stomp the ground. Right now, she's jumping as high as she can to stomp the ground as hard as she can. It's the most ridiculous thing ever. Like, I just want to videotape it to show her how ridiculous she looks. And it's always Tyler. It's always because of Tyler. Tyler's like using a toy that she wants to use. She's the type of kid that, like, she doesn't try to manipulate the situation. I think my kids are just really soft. But like Tyler will cry over the smallest things. Jovi will cry over the smallest things, but it's mostly Tyler playing with the toy that she wanted to play with after Tyler grabbed it. She's like, that was mine. I was playing with it. It's like, no, you haven't even looked at that all day. But then she makes a big stink out of it. It's like I think it's a territorial, like jealousy thing. But man, we're trying to have these conversations. Like we're trying to like treat our children like adults.
Yeah, me too.
And have real conversations with them about how they're acting. Man, sometimes I just want to do what they're doing to show them how stupid it looks.
I know.
It's terrible parenting, but
When Royce used to cry and like there was no tears, no tears.
Yeah.
You're just sitting there yelling, making a weird face. So I would do that too.
Well, you know, for the first
hated when I did that.
You know, for the first 6 weeks, they can't physically cry. 6 weeks.
That would be wild.
Yeah.
It's crazy though, because I do try and decipher when it's like you're clearly trying to manipulate this situation, or like you're just like 3 and trying to figure out what you're feeling.
Yeah, that's
and the only way to the only outlet you have is yelling
or anger
because you don't really know what to do with the buildup of emotion or you know. So like this is what you do, but then still like there's got to be a way to be like that's not what you do with that.
Yeah.
You know, like there's got to be a way, but like I don't like that's the thing is like I want to guide it, but I don't want him to be like, hey, that's bad. Like you're being bad. Like because I never use the word bad because I don't really believe in good or bad. So like I don't want him to think he's being bad because he's like practicing his emotions, you know, like it has no. He's freaking 3.
Yeah.
So it's like,
man, I just read this book. It's called Parenting with Love and Logic. Have you read it?
No.
Read it.
It's good.
It talks about not being confrontational. It's kind of weird. It talks about not being confrontational or confrontational fighting words versus thinking words. And the whole premise of the book is getting your kids to think about what they're doing and feel the consequences of what they did. And it's actually like logically, it's phenomenal. The book is incredible. I think it's harder to implement if you didn't have it growing up because it feels different. And it would be a lot harder for Demi than it would be for you. Like leaving the kid in the room for 20 minutes, being near, but leaving them. I don't think Demi would do well with, and I don't think Daria would do well with that either.
Right.
Me, on the other hand, I'll throw the kid in the room and let her scream until like she figures it out, which is probably not the best parenting, but it does work sometimes.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
But like, what do I know?
Yeah, what do we know? We're new to this. The best thing about parenting is you don't know if you fucked up until your kids are 30.
And then it's their problem.
Yeah. Well, whatever. But the book's incredible, and it talks about a lot of that stuff. It's like, and so the first half of the book is the mindset. The back half of the book is like situations and how to handle them. So it'll be like when your kid has friends you don't like, how do you do it properly? Like, how do you do it in a thinking format just versus a fighting format?
Move.
Yeah. Take them to a new school. Yeah. They'll never see those kids again. They don't have means of transportation. Yeah. But I would recommend it. It's a good book. And I just read it. So when you sent me that book from Nick Freitas, I didn't read that one yet. I read this one instead.
Did you buy it?
Not yet.
Yeah. I'm almost done it.
I'll just borrow it from you.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's nice too because each lesson or chapter, lesson or whatever, is like 3 to 6 pages long.
Oh, wow.
So it's like nice and like concise. You know? It's like being a leader of your family. And then he'll like give a little thing on, and it's cool because like his reason was, well, like it's for one biblical. He's the leader of his family, but the way he explains it was like, what happens when nobody can agree? It's like in my house, if we can't agree, it just falls on me. And whether it turns out good or bad, it's on me.
Yeah.
It's like, you just are going to fight about this thing forever. If you can't agree on something, you're going to fight for the next 7 months on this thing. It's like, because I'm the leader, if we can't agree, we'll go with what I say and the consequences are mine. You know?
Yeah.
Which is like smart. You know?
Or terrible if you're an idiot.
Or terrible if you're an idiot. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good book. Like even to like one is like how to kick a door open. Which is like an interesting thing to know. Which is like when you think about it.
He was an army guy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's like, just tells you where to kick at it. The best place to kick at, like,
where is the best place? Because I tried it once.
Right under the doorknob.
I kicked right beside the doorknob.
Yeah. Right underneath it. It's cool.
If Jovi ever has a boy in her room, I know where to kick now. Or Tyler. A girl.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like the book. I'm almost
Cool.
done.
I'll
Pretty
check
close
it
to
out.
being done. But, man,
Maybe,
should we wrap this up?
sure. What
2 hours and 20 minutes in.
does not feel like it? Or we could do another 2 hours.
And I'll get
It's
yelled at. 11:36.
up to you, man. I'm good. I told Daria don't wait up because I had a feeling this would go longer than you thought it would.
No, we can call it.
Sure.
But just come back another time
Sure.
because this is easy.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll come with a script.
What script?
Yeah, I know. Just have questions to start it out. I don't know.
This is better. Natural.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks for coming.
Yeah. This was great. Thanks for having me. We got to hang out practically all day today. Haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah.
It's good. Okay.
You're a good friend.
Aww.
Never mind.
Yeah.
You ruin everything.
Yeah. You're great, man. I appreciate it.
But for real, like I do owe you a lot, man. You know, like you're the person who opened the door to me changing my life. You know, if we didn't reconnect, if you didn't ask me to go for coffee, there's no doubt in my mind I'd just still be an electrician.
Oh my God. That is a terrifying thought.
Yeah.
But same for me, man. Like, I think there's few people in my life I can point to and I can say, like, because of something you told me or because of something you did, I'm better. And I feel like with you, it's every single one of those conversations where you were like, well, that's weird, or you're way too hard on yourself, or you said something along those lines that I actually internalized it versus just letting it fly by, because I feel like you would never say it unless it was there to help. And I truly do think that's why so many people want to be a part of your life, you and Demi's life, man. It's like, it's a rare occurrence to meet somebody who loves you enough to tell you the truth, even if you won't call it love.
Extreme like.
Extremely the opposite of dislike.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like,
Something for you to think about, because I would say I can't think of somebody in my life who has changed my life for the positive more than you.
sick.
I think that's like reconnecting with you was the turning point in my life for everything. Like from when I met you to now, everything in my life has gotten better. And something for you to think about, anybody that I've impacted in my life is also because of you. So you are
Huge.
indirectly responsible for everyone that I've helped since meeting you.
Are you trying to make me cry? Is that what's happening here?
No,
No, I
but I
get
lived
it.
my
I
life very
appreciate.
selfishly until I was 27. And that was when we reconnected.
Yeah,
So,
man, the power of one relationship. I appreciate that.
yeah.
That's cool. I'm not gonna cry. This is actually rare.
All right. Let's end it there.
Cool.